Well, so far I hope I've been able to convince you that the diagonal triangle pattern does indeed offer some exciting trading opportunities. But what other types of opportunities does the diagonal triangle pattern offer? Well, here's the answer. The secondary opportunities diagonal triangles offer are the ones provided by intra-market analysis. For example, a diagonal triangle fifth wave in a major stock index will likely portend sell-offs in underlying stock issues. Now, I've put together some slides here just to prove my point. Now, if you recall, earlier in Part 2 and also in Part 1, we were examining a diagonal triangle that was forming here in silver. Well, as you know, diagonal triangles portend swift, sizable, tradable moves in price, which is what we were looking for in the silver market. Well, as you know, gold's not far behind with regard to the same type of a move. So even though this diagonal triangle formed in silver, it still alerted you to the possibility of a tradable move in gold. Now here's another diagonal triangle that we were examining previously as well, I believe in Part 2 and in Part 1. This was a diagonal triangle that formed in crude oil. So that portended a swift, sizable move up in price, which is exactly what occurred. But also look what happened to unleaded gas as well. So again, the diagonal triangle, although forming in one market, still alerted you to possible trading opportunities in additional markets. And here's a diagonal triangle that we examined, I believe, earlier in Part 2 and certainly in Part 1. It was a little diagonal triangle that was forming in the Russell. Well, look what happened to Microsoft as well as Ford. So this was a diagonal triangle which formed in a major stock index. And this formation essentially signaled that the market was ready for a sharp drop to the downside. Well, that gave us or alerted us to potential trading opportunities in additional stocks, i.e. Microsoft and in Ford. So this is the secondary type of opportunities that I think diagonal triangles offer.